Hi, my beautiful Scorpios. I love you all so very much. You make me laugh. Yeah, you make me laugh. I enjoy you so much. I enjoy your loyalty and intensity. I really appreciate that. I'm in solidarity with that this month. So, welcome to your January reading. I'm really excited to be talking to you guys. Um, you are my truth seekers, right? And I have to say, the one word that came to mind when I looked at January, when I felt January out a little bit, was truth. Truth. Partially, I'm looking at the astrology that we have going on here, and I have, a Cancer full moon on January 1st, which is in your ninth house of your world travel and religious beliefs and really deep philosophical things. And then we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 16th, which is in your third house of communication, how you're communicating. And then we have that full Leo moon with the eclipse happening on the 31st, which is in your 10th house of what you're doing in the world. And all three of those energies are very much about getting very real with what you want and who you are and what you need to express to other people. So I am just shuffling away here and feeling this out. But there is something about the other thing that's been coming to mind for me with you guys this month. Oh, your card came out. Hi, Scorpio. Hi. The other thing that's been coming out for me for you guys this month, as far as emotional themes, spiritual themes, is getting grounded and getting real. And I think that goes hand in hand with the truth, because you're at this place where you've gained a lot over the last year. You've grown a lot, you've healed a lot. A lot of you have been doing so much healing work. I mean, Scorpios, the last 4 years for you guys have been so deeply healing. 4 or 5, honestly, 5 years. Ever since, Saturn was in your sign, really. There's been a theme with Scorpios. A lot of you have stayed single for a long time, or kind of kept to yourself, or done a lot of really deep spiritual work. I know that. I've worked with a number of you, and there's a theme there of you having to have stripped back and gone in and gone deep, and now we're here. And we're kind of in this new landscape. Things have changed. Things have shifted. Saturn is now in your third house of communication. There's a new era beginning. And with that comes a reassessment of what is serving you and what is true for you. Because the truth, yes, I guess there are ultimate truths, but there's also such a thing as truth shifting. When it comes to what feels good, when it comes to what feels right, when it comes to what feels rewarding, I think you might find in January that you are having to come head to head with what has changed on that front. Where once maybe a certain type of experience or relationship made sense, now it doesn't. Now if you tried to put that piece into your life, you would be horrified. You'd be horrified by it. You wouldn't want it. And that's a sign of all the growth that you've been doing. But sometimes it's that funny thing of almost being a stranger to a self that you were for so long, that was such a deeply ingrained part of you, that to not have it there anymore feels strange and alien. And it's so fitting that the first card that came out is death, because there you go, shedding an old skin and saying goodbye to an era. And in some ways, yes, it's the new year, but it has so much more to do with this energetic shift for Scorpios. Not so much about the fact that it's 2018, but that these other things have been kind of building up over the last few months and hitting into this. You are now realizing that you are no longer who you were all those other years of your life, and you're in new territory. You are new. You're being asked to do things in a new way. And look, you guys are showing up really strong. The first 3 cards, I think, really express the beautiful side of Scorpio, the most beautiful side of Scorpio, the side of Scorpio that I think I adore. I love Scorpio just in general, but this is that soft, loving, loyal, wonderful, caring, giving, showing up, intense side that you guys have. And I mean, it goes so deep, right? I mean, your well is just way down there. You could drop a penny in there and nobody would even hear it because it just goes that deep. And this is beautiful energy. I mean, this is romantic. This is romantic, but what I even see more with this is you engaging with that depth of the well that you have. And there's somebody who's benefiting from this. There's somebody who is benefiting from your depth of wisdom. I think you are, because you're amazing and you deserve that. I think you are benefiting from that depth of wisdom, but there's people around you that need you, that need your healing, that needs your ability to transform. They're learning from you something. You're bringing them along somewhere is what I'm seeing here, and this could be a relationship. I mean, that Page of Cups showing up is always good news when it comes to relationship, right? And the Queen of Cups as well. These are about those deepest connections you have. And here's where I'm saying too, though, that transformation is important. And some of you may be finding that certain relationships or ideas of relationships or ideas of how you share this inner soft core have changed drastically. And you can't do it the way you were doing it before. I mean, it's just, that's a heavy hitter right out of the gate. That's a heavy hitter right out of the gate. And I do think you are ready to move forward. You want to move forward with relationships that are serving you, that make you feel good, that don't trigger some of your harder aspects, that support you and make you feel safe and loved so that you can show the depth that you have behind your safety and protection net. Because I know it's hard when you go that deep. To be expected to expose that is kind of a big deal, and it's... So you're ready to move forward. But behind the scenes, there's some other deep healing going on. And here's where I'm like saying the truth, but I'm talking like things are trippy in January. I'm going to say this. I've been noticing a theme with January, which is that time and timelines and existence and like the ideas of the multiverse and all this stuff are going to feel very intense in January. I think partially it's because we're leading up to another eclipse, which always reverberates through past eclipses. And we've been in this Aquarius Leo eclipse cycle thing. It's been really intense and we're hitting another one. So it's messing with time. But here's the thing, you guys are moving forward, you're opening up, but it's almost like that drop in the bucket. It's reverberating out to these other iterations of yourself, these other beings of yourself. I'm going to get really philosophical here because the next three cards are philosophical as all get out. We have the Six of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Star. So you know what? Six of Cups is like, those people that you feel like you've known forever, you just met them. Or people you feel like you've definitely known in another life, whether or not you believe in that. Deja vu, those goosebumps, strange connections, synchronicity kind of things where that's emotionally deep. That's coming up. Then we have the Four of Swords, incorporation, going deep. Taking in this kind of weight. And then we have the Star, which is all about healing and recovering and is all about interstellar connection and expanding out and evolving past what we are as humans now. I mean, you guys are getting, something really heavy about who you've been in another life, in another iteration of yourself, in another career, in another relationship. Something is getting pulled up from inside of you, from your depths. This is coming out. I mean, this is very, very raw and real. I mean, this is I'm just taking a minute here. These three together you are coming to terms with your depth. You are coming to terms with a past loss. A past loss. Some of you that's really recent within this last 5 years. Some of you this is like lifetimes kind of thing. You are dealing with a past wound, a past belief in yourself. And this is beautiful. And I do think a lot of you, this is coming from this person or these people that are around you, and they're benevolent. This isn't drama. We're not going there with drama. That's not what this is. But there are connections coming up for you in January that are asking you to do the deep work. And I know you guys are already naturally prone to doing that, but like I said, this is a trippy month, and it doesn't work in the way that maybe the energy is working in a way that isn't always about the logical material world, right? I mean, this is very spiritual. We are hitting Aquarius season around the 20th, and Aquarius season, and Aquarius is not about the earthbound rules. So that tends to bring in a little of this drama, a little bit of this excitement. So I'm just taking it in. You guys, Scorpio energy sometimes can really throw me for a loop. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, but even still, I'm a Leo sun and a Sag rising, so I'm coming into our readings from that place. And so when I'm diving deep here into the waters with you, which I love to do, I love to be in this space, even I can get taken, my breath can get knocked out of me essentially when I'm looking at your energy. So what is this transformation? What is this that you have to heal? I mean, one of the downsides, or one of the more difficult aspects of being as deep as you guys are, I mean, the well, just like I said, you guys can, just goes on forever. I mean, when something needs to be healed, that means you have to go through all those layers, all those levels, all those iterations of your being to get the truth. I mean, this is like Inception level stuff going on here, you guys, but on a soul level. I mean, seriously, Inception. That's what I'm thinking of here. Things are getting triggered. Things are getting lighted up for you. But I do find that there's healing. I mean, that's the nice thing. What I find here is there is a release of something that allows you to imagine what's next. So January is really a time to get comfortable in this new energy, do this healing work, because I do see the next three cards that we have here. We have Justice, the Seven of Cups. You guys just can't resist it, can you? I can't even, I'm trying my best to get you moving forward, but there is the reverberating kind of energy here is so intense. And then the Two of Wands. So Justice, there's the clarity, there's the answer, there's the getting to the heart of it, getting to the bone, and having that aha moment, just seeing it like a piece of puzzle just coming together and clicking and done, open, honest. Wow, you have it. You have it. You have an answer. You have something that's fixed, that's healed. So some of you, I think, will be fixing, healing relationships, working relationships, fixing, healing maybe a rift that has happened in the past, or improving a relationship, or expanding a relationship, or taking the next step. And it's all involved with you going through this time loop, crazy deja vu thing. Here it is again with the Seven of Cups. Don't get lost in it though. You're going to be tempted to keep, because you guys are sleuths, and you do want to get in there, and you love doing it so much that even when you get your answer, you get your clarity, you get your forward movement, it's really tempting to just go back here and be like, oh, but we could still do more digging, and you could get lost in that and kind of ruffle up this balanced, clear energy right here. And the thing is that's okay, that if you really want to do that, okay, fine. But the Two of Wands is asking you to look out at what's next. So while you have had all these weird timeline trippy things going on, and for some of you this could even be future stuff coming in and affecting you, like that's how weird it is. That's how weird this month is going to get. I'm just going to say that right now. However, the final card here is really key, because this is a card that is telling you that really where you want to be once we hit Aquarius season, once we get to that eclipse, which that eclipse will be bringing up anything that you were dealing with in August. It will be coming back around at January 31st. You're going to be noticing that. That's part of this reverberation thing that's going on. But it's going to be asking you to look ahead and like big picture look ahead. So take whatever this deep dive is, take whatever this reconciliation is, this deep healing that you're doing with others, and utilize it to look forward, because there's a manifestation, there's a goal, there's an objective that you haven't quite seen yet that you need to get your eye on. You know, you have to aim for it. You have to get your eye on the prize. Speaking as a Sag rising, I'm just going to talk archery, but if you want to hit the bullseye, you got to see the bullseye first, and you haven't quite seen it yet because you have to do this work. But what this work is doing, and this is just blowing my mind, is trying to get you to see that bullseye, because you have a new bullseye. You have a new target that you haven't had before, or you haven't had for a while, for a number of years. And you're not used to looking for this bullseye. It's a different bullseye than you're used to looking for. I will say that. So keep that in mind, because I think it'll be tempting to keep looking in these other places, to keep looking over here, where you're used to looking. And this is saying, no, it's somewhere else. It's somewhere else. It might be in the fire. It might be in the ground. It might be in the sky. I don't know what metaphor to use with this, because it's that abstract for me channeling this through. But you haven't seen it yet. Watching this right now at the beginning of this month, you're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? But, oh man, Scorpio, this is such a Scorpio reading. I couldn't have picked a more truth-seeking, healing, deep reading if I had tried, which is why I love you all so much. So I'm going to just leave it at that, I think, because what else can I say? You're going to be doing your thing, and it's going to be producing results and giving you really great relationships, really good opportunities, and opening a door that you didn't know you wanted to open. So that's exciting. So I want to work with you guys. I'm going to leave my website, my email, and my Instagram below. I do private readings. I love working with you all. I do it with Skype. I can do pre-recorded readings, and we can do phone readings. We work together. We figure out what's going on. We feel out the situation. We see the influencing energies coming in. It's a great time. I seriously love working with you guys. I think we have a rapport that's really special. It's really, really special. When I come out of readings with Scorpios, I feel like a better person. And I feel like I've touched into something that is really special. This reading was just an example of that to me. So I'm taking it with me this evening as I go forward. And I love you all so much. I will see you in February, and I will be keeping up with the moon magic videos, so keep an eye out for those if you want more info on what's going on there with that. I'm going to be continuing that. So I wish you all the best with this amazing time trip, watery well excursion that you guys are going on. I think it's going to be amazing. I love you all so much, and I will see you in February.